you to rub on that
Has a long road ahead after police say another woman heated up a chemical and threw it on her. Tonight, the victim's mother is speaking to us from her daughter's hospital room.
Still at University Hospital undergoing some tough treatment and one surgery already behind her. I spoke with her mother today, who tells me she's still in good spirits despite having to undergo a second surgery tomorrow. She's in a lot of pain and the burns have really altered her face and body right now. Her mother, Sharita Fox, tells me Jasmine was just trying to help a friend when it all backfired. Now, before you see this story, we want to warn you, some of the pictures are hard to look at. Her mother tells me her daughter's burns are intense and have damaged all the way down to her fat tissue. She has some eyesight damage as well. The burns on her face, chest, back.
"27-year-old Jasmine Clausell is a strong and resilient woman, known for her unwavering determination and compassionate heart. As a devoted mother, she has always prioritized the well-being of her 4-year-old son, who is the center of her world. Balancing the responsibilities of parenthood with her aspirations, Jasmine is also a dedicated nursing student, working tirelessly to build a better future for herself and her child. Her journey has been one of perseverance, strength, and an unshakable commitment to caring for others, both in her personal life and her future career in healthcare. In early February, Jasmine welcomed her friend of 5 years, Keisha Williams, into her home after learning that she and her dog were homeless in Atlanta. Wanting to help, Jasmine allowed Williams to stay with her, her son, and her grandfather, believing she was offering a friend a fresh start. However, as days passed, Williams' behavior shifted from gratitude to resentment. Jasmine noticed an unsettling change. Her guest became withdrawn, irritable, and increasingly dissatisfied with her situation. By February 26th, Jasmine had reached her limit. That morning, so a day before getting herself and her 4-year-old son ready for school, she calmly told Williams it was time for her to leave. Williams appeared to comply, beginning to pack her belongings, giving Jasmine no reason to suspect what was about to happen. As Jasmine continued preparing for the day, she heard the sound of the microwave running but thought little of it, until Williams appeared in front of her, holding a cup filled with a mysterious, steaming liquid. In an instant, everything changed. Williams' demeanor turned hostile, her voice rising in anger as she refused to leave, stating, "I'm not going anywhere. What are you going to do? Put me out. Make me leave." Jasmine immediately sensed the danger escalating, but before she could react, Williams lunged forward and threw the scalding chemical substance directly into her face. The pain was immediate and excruciating. The burning liquid seared her skin, face, neck, back, arms, and right leg, and blinded her in one eye. But even through the agony, Jasmine saw something even more terrifying. Williams reaching into her pocket. That's when she saw the gun. A struggle erupted. Jasmine fought for her life as Williams' rage boiled over. Amid the chaos, Jasmine's grandfather, who had been awoken by the commotion, stepped in and managed to wrestle the gun away. But Williams wasn't finished. In a desperate attempt to regain control, she grabbed a piece of broken glass and slashed at Jasmine's hands, further injuring her. Despite her injuries, Jasmine refused to let go of her attacker. Through sheer willpower, she managed to subdue Williams, holding her down as she pleaded to be released. But Jasmine, still in shock from the betrayal and violence, refused. The terrifying ordeal finally ended when authorities arrived. Following the horrifying incident, Jasmine's aunt created a GoFundMe to cover hospital bills and surgeries, treatment for burns and rehabilitation, medications and pain management, specialized care for damage to her eyesight, and support for her family during her recovery. She stated the following: "I am writing to you with a heavy heart to ask for help for Jasmine, a brave single mother who is facing a devastating medical crisis after suffering horrific chemical burns. This senseless act of violence has not only caused Jasmine excruciating physical pain, but has also put an immense strain on her ability to care for her precious 4-year-old son. She is now in urgent need of medical treatment, including surgeries, ongoing wound care, pain management, and rehabilitation. Jasmine will be unable to work for an extended period while she recovers, and her family's financial stability is at risk. Jasmine is a strong, resilient woman who has always done everything she can to care for others, especially her child. Now she needs our help. Any donation, no matter how small, will make a significant difference in her recovery and help ensure her family can get through this difficult time. If you are unable to donate, Sharing this campaign with your network will be a huge help. Thank you for your kindness, support, and prayers as Jasmine heals from this traumatic experience. As Jasmine lay in a hospital bed, recovering from severe chemical burns to her face, left eye, and other parts of her body, she struggled to make sense of the events that had unfolded. The attack left her not only physically scarred, but emotionally shaken. Yet she remains steadfast in her refusal to harbor hate. As she reflects on the attack, Jasmine is still grappling with the emotional weight of what happened. Despite everything, she admits that she still cares about the friend who betrayed her so cruelly. Now, as she begins the difficult process of healing, physically and emotionally, Jasmine is left with more questions than answers. Why did their friendship take such a dark and violent turn? And how does she move forward from such unimaginable pain? One thing remains clear: Jasmine is a survivor. Though her road to recovery will be long, her strength, resilience, and unwavering spirit will carry her through. In a recent post, she stated, "I want to thank everybody for their kind words and words of encouragement during this difficult time. I ask that you continue to pray for me and my family during this time because the journey is definitely a challenge, but I'm not going to let the devil stop me. I'm going to keep going." If anyone wants to donate to my GoFundMe, it is definitely appreciated, but if you can't just say a small prayer for me and my son, I'm grateful to still be alive, but it gets hard here in the hospital, going through different surgeries and doing different treatments in order to gain my eyesight and hearing back.
I'm not really even mad, honestly. My feelings just hurt.
Tonight, it's both emotional and physical pain that has 27-year-old Jasmine Causell in this hospital bed. She has chemical burns to her face and left eye after being doused with a caustic fluid, the burns extending down to other parts of her body. And this was no accident.
Whatever she mixed together, it was strong enough to burn like holes in my couch and in my curtains, like my clothes.
The horrific ordeal all began on February 11th, says Jasmine, when she invited her friend Quishay Williams to come stay at her home in Mobile after Quishay found herself and her dog homeless in Atlanta. 2 weeks later, says Jasmine, her house guest was behaving less than grateful.
It was just like a lot of complaining, like her energy was just off. She was doing like a lot of moping around.
By Monday of this week, Jasmine says she had had enough. Before she got herself and her 4-year-old son ready for school that morning, she says she told Quishay it was time for her to go.
So like she got up, she started like packing her things, and like, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. So I went back in my room, in my bathroom, and I finished, you know, getting myself ready for school before I woke my son up to get him ready for school.
And while she was doing that, Jasmine said she heard someone putting something in the microwave. Moments later, she says, Quishay was standing in front of her, holding a cup of something.
She just flipped, like, she was just like, "I'm not going nowhere. What you gonna do? You gonna put me out? You gonna make me leave?" And like, she just like flipped. So it was like, I could tell at that moment that the situation was like gonna get out of control.
As she called 911, Jasmine says she saw her guest force her way further into the house. By this time, Jasmine's grandfather had awakened and tried to intervene. But moments later,
it threw whatever was in the cup, like in my face.
It burned, blinding her in one eye. But with the other, she saw something even more chilling.
I remember I don't know, I think I seen her like reaching like down in her pocket, and that's when I seen a gun. A
struggle began between the two. Jasmine says her grandfather managed to grab the gun away, but Jasmine says her attacker then used broken glass to stab her hands. Eventually, though, Jasmine got the upper hand.
Afterwards, she was just basically telling me like to let her go, and I just kept telling her like, no, I'm not letting you go. You tripping, like you need to chill out.
Tonight, Quishay Williams is doing just that in a cell in Mobile's Metro Jail, while Jasmine, her mother, and her 4-year-old son sit in a hospital room. Jasmine still doesn't know why their friendship took such a horrific turn, but
I still do care about her. Like, and it's crazy because, like, you know, she did me bad, but like, it's
not in your heart to hate her.
Monday morning, Jasmine Clausell was getting ready for the day when an unexpected moment changed everything. Sharita Fox tells me she got a call that her daughter was being rushed to the hospital.
Jasmine said her face and her body and stuff is burning.
Mobile police say after a fight, Clausell had been assaulted by another woman who allegedly heated up a chemical in the microwave and threw it on her, and then pulled a gun on her. The single mother, who's an esthetician and in nursing school, was badly burned, the majority to her face, but her mother says the burn stretched down her chest, back, arms, and legs, sending us these pictures.
She just been, on like a lot of pain medicines around the clock, seemed like just swollen, disfigured, it's a lot on her.
Mobile police say Quishay Q. Williams of Marietta, Georgia is the suspect. She's charged with assault first. She also went to the hospital for some injuries. Fox says her daughter and Williams have been friends for nearly 5 years. She says 3 weeks ago, Clausell learned Williams was sleeping in her car around the Atlanta area.
So Jasmine told her, you can come stay with me for a few weeks, just kind of get yourself together, maybe find a job. And, she told her she'll help her, with whatever.
But Fox tells me when her daughter told Williams she needed to find another place to stay, Williams seemingly snapped.
She just basically told Jasmine, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not going to let you put me out the house.
Fox says at some point Williams was heating up what she believes was Drano and then threw it on Clausell.
Jasmine said when it happened, she didn't smell bleach or she didn't smell, she didn't smell anything. And she was like, that's the only thing she could think of.
Clausell, speaking to me briefly from her hospital bed, says she feels blindsided.
My feelings are always going on. I'm hurting. Everything hurts. My eye hurt. My hair hurt. Everything hurts.
I think mentally it's affecting her because that was the main thing with her. She kept saying, well, am I going to look like this forever?
The story of Jasmine Clausell highlights the importance of setting boundaries and being cautious when offering help, especially when it involves bringing someone into your home. While kindness and generosity are admirable, this situation serves as a reminder that not everyone will appreciate or reciprocate goodwill. It underscores the need to assess a person's character, establish clear expectations, and trust your instincts if something feels off. Most importantly, it teaches that while helping others is a noble act, personal safety and the well-being of your household should always come first.